And welcome back on this glorious and challenging day, talking about how we can deal and should deal and want to deal with the overwhelming situation when the world is unfair, when terrorists temporarily prevail and create chaos, how to deal with this overwhelming news that constantly bombards us from all corners of the world, and recently from our homeland, Israel. The third topic, the third concept I wanted to talk about is people telling me how they're having a tough time to sleep, to cope, to eat, and dealing with their children. I talk to them about the time they spend on following the coverage of this news and any other horrific news happening around the world. And they said, of course I'm following. And many of them tell me the amount of hours upon hours. So in a very respectful way, I challenge them and I say, why don't we maybe minimize or not watch at all? And their answer is usually, how can I not watch? That will be so cold of me just to ignore what's going on with our brothers and sisters. Now that is a true feeling, but let's step back. Let's step back a little bit. There's a balance. And of course, one cannot pretend that since in your city, in your town, and in your village, all is good, I don't need to care, and I will become numb, and it's enough that it happened, I can't follow the news. I told individuals that I spoke to, I told them for myself, I know how much I could or cannot watch. And of course, it's my obligation not only to send charity, but to help with what I could help. Of course, it's important for you to know what's going on, as long as it doesn't affect you and tear you down. And this is where balance comes in. And therefore, there's no set rules or suggestions that I have for any one of you listening. For some, you will have the time to watch 1 or 2 hours a day. For others, the maximum would be 10 minutes. For one group, it would be beneficial for them to watch the actual attack, and we won't get into why it's beneficial. For others, it would be horrific and they should never ever look at it. Everyone has to know where they stand. And I remember in the early days, in the first few weeks, I got so overwhelmed that I said, for a day or a day and a half, zero, I will not go and watch anything. And later on, I knew how much. And before even I begin to watch the news to find out what's happening with my brothers and sisters in Israel, at the same time, I set my little alarm in my brain to know and to feel when the anxiety goes a little bit too high. And before it overpours, before it gets very overwhelming, to right away tune out. It's important to be involved with our brothers and sisters abroad, or any civilian in this world. But equally so, it is important to be involved with the wonderful human being you see in the mirror. Who's going to take care of him or her if not for you? I would love to know your thoughts. How did you deal with the news? Did you lose yourself and just listen and listen and listen to no end and get depressed? Or did you totally avoid this topic? If there's anything that you could teach me, I'd love to hear from you. If you like this content, thank you. If you didn't subscribe yet, as well, always remember that you are way greater than you think you are. Thanks for listening. And may the sun shine in your heart each and every day, physically or figuratively. Thank you.